after St. Patrick's Day. Yes, I'm still wearing some green. Truth be told, I was trying to wear a little springtime dress as spring is on its way, and it is cold here in Rhode Island. Rhode Island doesn't know what it is. March is really a back and forth kind of month. There's some days where it is warm and you feel like you could be out in shorts and short sleeves, and then there's days like today where you wake up and it's only 39 degrees and you wonder, what is it going to be? Are we going to be sweating by the end? Are we still going to be cold? And for today, here we are at 12:30. I'm still cold. So I tried to ring in the spring with a little spring dress, and it just didn't work out. Do me a favor and drop hello lovely down in the comments below. That little hello lovely does so much for me. All it is for you is just typing in the words #hello lovely, but it helps boost my algorithm. It helps social media know that other people might want to see this video. It also just helps you wave over the internet and give me a little high five and lets me make sure that comments are working. So I really appreciate that, and I really appreciate you. Today I'm getting ready. Blake and I are going to be podcasting in just a little bit, so I like to put on a little bit of makeup before we go live in the podcast studio. We're podcasting about Harry Potter. We're podcasting the Potterverse today, and I'm really excited. The Potterverse has not been as consistent as I would have loved it to be. We've just had a lot of health issues going on in our family recently, and now we are back in motion, back in gear. So I'm ready to go. My friends. Starting things off with just a little bit of mattifying primer. I never used to understand what primer was. I never used to use it. I just thought it was bananas thing that people would add into their makeup routine for who knows what reason, but it does a lot of things, particularly if you're someone who struggles with fine lines or pores or just texture in your skin. And if you're someone who you put on makeup and then you go somewhere and a couple hours later you look at your face and there's nothing on your face. Have you ever had that problem? Well, I used to have that problem. Thank you so much for the hello lovelies. Yay, it's working. I appreciate you so very much. So yeah, I used to have that problem, and then I learned about face primer, and to me, I was like, what is this newfangled thing? Thank you, Brittany. Thank you, Jen. Thank you, Becky. So sweet to see you guys. So what it does is face primer fills in your fine lines and pores. It almost acts like a pothole filler. Like it just fills it in so that your makeup goes on smoothly. It's going to mean you actually use less makeup, less foundation, because you don't have to fill in those pores and fine lines, but it's really also going to give a nice smooth look to your face. It also acts like Velcro, so that way your makeup stays on your face more, and it acts like a barrier, so it allows your skincare products to continue to sink in and do what they need to do and hydrate and work on anti-aging, but it also acts as a barrier in case you're someone who has more oily skin. It will keep the oils from breaking down the makeup. A lot of times that's why when you put makeup on and then a few hours later you don't see it anymore, it's actually because your natural face oils attacked it. And you need a primer to act like that barrier. So the primer that I'm wearing a lot right now is my mattifying primer. Not necessarily because I want a matte look. You can change the way that the finish is based upon your makeup and all that kind of stuff, but more because I find it to be the best for filling those pores and those fine lines. So if texture and pores and fine lines show up too often for you in your makeup, this would be a great primer to try on out. And all of my base face items, foundation, concealer, primer, setting products, blush, bronzer, they're all on sale in the month of March right at minutewithmary.com. Now, if you do want a color match, I am here for you. I'm here to help make sure that we can get that ongoing, but you do just want to send me a message, or you can write the word color match below and I can help you out there. I'm going to start things off while that face primer sits. I'm actually going to go in and brighten a bit around my eyes. I'm just using very, very little bit of the concealer. Concealer should pack a punch. It should be infused with skincare. It should be really nice, full coverage product. A little should go a long way. If you're someone who has a lot of texture and crepiness under your eyes, a nice little tip is to get my Prime and Set Mist. You kind of just put that on your ring fingers and you pat your concealer with that, or you apply it right before. And what this is going to do is it's almost like a hairspray for your makeup. I love that mist for my friends who have textured skin. And it's really going to lock that makeup in place so it doesn't move and shift. And you can see I'm looking upwards. By looking upwards, I'm stretching that very delicate, fine skin under my eyes, and I'm applying it right there in that corner where I have the most discoloration. I am going to be applying some foundation around here too. But really less is more when it comes to concealer if you have crepiness in texture. You want to think the less layers, as that skin is really fine. It's really, really thin and delicate. So you need to love on your skin. Hi, how you doing, Jen? Good to see you. Hi, Candy. Thank you so much for the hashtag Hello Lovely. So I didn't do too bright of a concealer. A lot of people wear like super, super bright concealer. To me, sometimes that can exaggerate it and actually bring attention to an area that I'm not super happy with. I chose more of a color that's more in line with my current skin tone to help cancel out that darkness. And you could see it brightened it up a little bit. I could do a little bit more if I wanted, but I want to see how things will go with the foundation coverage. The foundation I'm going to use today is my Serum Plus foundation. It has skincare built inside. Once again, if you're applying makeup and it doesn't do double duty, you're wasting time and resources, my friend. If you are someone who wants to work on your anti-aging, I'm telling you, make sure that your foundation has skincare infused inside of it to continue to do what you want it to do all day long. The Serum Plus foundation is just that. It has anti-aging serum built inside of it, and you can apply this product with your fingers, you can apply it with a kabuki brush, you can apply it with a damp blending bud, but it is more of your traditional liquid type feeling of foundation. So Blake and I, like I said, we're going to be podcasting in a little bit, and I'm really excited. I'm really, really excited. We're getting into a nice, good routine. He's been having a lot of health stuff in regards to his back. So what I did is I put it on the back of a container right here, and I'm just going to dip my finger and apply it where I have my most discoloration. So we're thinking age spots, scarring, pimples. A lot of people's most discoloration is right in the center of their face. So if you want to apply it there, that's another great thing that you could do. For me, I've kind of got a little discoloration around the center, but more I've got some age spots and everything that I want to cover up. Apply your foundation where you want the most coverage and then blend from there. A lot of people go way too heavy with their foundation and they just put like a whole thick layer mask all over their face, and really you don't need that. I'm going to take my kabuki brush and I'm just going to pat this product and blend it out. Blend, blend, blend. I like to have more of a light to medium coverage to let some of my natural freckles shine through, some of my natural covering, but I do like to cover up the areas that I'm not necessarily super confident about. Now, when I was on TV and I wanted extra full coverage foundation, I would do this first. I would do the spot treatment of the areas that needed it first, and then I would go back with the second layer. I might just do that just to show you. Just to show you the difference of more of a light medium coverage and then a bit more fuller coverage. And you can do that with this foundation as it is buildable. It's not going to feel super thick or cakey. It's a really nice light feeling foundation, so you don't even feel like you have anything on your face. Yeah, so Blake's been having some work done on his spine. He actually has been having issues that I guess are pretty typical for people who are as tall as he is, and he bends at the wrong part of his spine. So we've been having some pretty scary situations going on. He's just been in a lot of pain, and this has been going on honestly for years, and we finally said, you know, we gotta take care of this. We've got to work on this a little bit more. So now I am going to take that brush and just tap it ever so lightly right into that product. And I'm going to build up a little bit of the coverage like I was telling you. But right now you can see I've got some of my natural flush shining through. I do have a bunch of my freckles shining through. And I love that personally. I love the light coverage look just to add almost a light filter to my face. But we are going to amp things up just a smidge just so you can see how it is today. But like I said, it doesn't feel like, I don't feel like I have any extra added weight onto my face. Have you ever heard of people who are tall having spine issues and having this kind of a problem? So like I said, it's something that we've been working on, and he's been going to physical therapy. We've been having a lot of imaging on, and finally what's been happening is they've been doing some kind of injection, and they want to do, I think it's called nerve ablation. Hopefully that's what it is, where I think they burn the nerve endings on your spine or around your spine so that way you can't feel the pain. A lot of people who have this issue end up needing to actually have spinal surgery. Ugh. Nobody wants that, right? At any age, but he's also so young to have it, so that's why the doctors were thinking that they could try this out. But that's what we've been going up to. And it's been hard sometimes for him to sit in his podcast chair and to do all of that. So it's hard. It's hard when you podcast and you can't sit and you can't talk because you're in pain. All right, so I would say this is more of a medium coverage. I could still see a little bit of my freckles, and I can also see some areas when I kind of tilt my head down where I do still have some discoloration. Actually, that might just more be shadow. If you see I'm looking straight into the light, you can't necessarily see the darkness, but this way is the shadow, and I have a couple of tips for that. But I might just go in just a wee little smidge with a little extra foundation to help brighten that up regardless, because why not? If I'm going this far with coverage, let's do it up. Let's do it up. Did you do anything fun for St. Patrick's Day? My little lass, who, as many of you know, is an Irish step dancer, and so we were all over the state. We had performances on Friday. I took her out of school for it. And then we also had performances all day yesterday on St. Patrick's Day. She was supposed to be in another parade. We were in a parade last weekend. She was supposed to be in a parade this Saturday, but she ended up getting blisters on her feet. So from all the dancing. So I told her, I said, you know what? We're going to skip this parade. We're gonna take a day out. You could do it when you're a bit older and you've got a little bit more, I don't know, just a bit older and your body's a little bit stronger. That's a lot for a little girl to do. Sounds a lot for Blake to be going through, says Jennifer. Tell my birthday buddy I'll be keeping him in my thoughts. Thank you so much, Jennifer. I definitely will tell him that. All right, so here we are. We've got some base face. I had primer and foundation and a little bit of concealer. If you don't know what color you are and you're interested in trying a new foundation, please message me. All of this stuff is on sale this month, and I would love for you to be able to save some money and try some things out. Everything on my site does come with a love it guarantee, meaning you get to try it out for 2 full weeks. Play with it, message me, ask me questions, tweak some different things. And if you love it, fantastic. I've done my job well. If you don't love it, if the color isn't right, if the consistency isn't right, if it's just not for you, within that 2-week period, you just let me know and I get you 100% of your money back, and it doesn't hurt me. I don't get in trouble with the company or anything like that. It is really just, I want to give you outstanding customer service. And then another thing that I want to make sure you know about is that sometimes people forget to try it out. Sometimes life happens. People get sick. People get busy. If you change your mind within 90 days, that's 3 months from now. That's April, May, June. If by mid-June, maybe you've gotten more tan and your foundation color makes you look like a vampire, if by June it doesn't look right on you anymore, you just let me know and I get you back 100% of it in product credit. So we can either try a different shade, a different product, use it on skincare or anything else that you'd like. But my goal is to make sure that your experience is amazing. So I really, really want to make sure people know, especially in a month where it's foundation based, about that love it guarantee. All right, what I'm taking right now, this is my all-in-one color stick. This is great for contouring and bronzing and adding in dimension. As you go further into coverage, medium, fuller coverage, you get rid of that natural coloring, that natural flush, the freckles, the blushing, but you also lose some of your dimension and your face can look very flat. So what I like to do is go on in, and this is the deeper shade. This is called Chocolate Souffle. Not only does it sound yummy, but I like this shade, but a little goes a long way. So if you're new to contouring and bronzing, I have a lighter shade called Barely Bronzed, and that might be more in your wheelhouse. But this shade is great for those of you who have deeper skin tones or those of you who like more of a cooler toned contouring kind of color, as what I'm doing with it is I'm adding in the look of a fake shadow. I'm adding in that look of where my cheekbones would go. This is great if you're trying to slim or lift your face. You could just see it really accentuates that cheekbone area. This is also great because it just adds in a bit of that dimension, and I can add in some bronzing as well. So yeah, we've had a lot of crazy stuff going on. I don't have my watch on. I want to make sure that Blake didn't text me. Oh, he called me. Even better. He's probably like, Mary, come and podcast. I'm surprised he isn't on the live yet. Sometimes he comes on my live to tell me like, hey, my love, I'm ready. And he'll see that I am not ready. He was changing some things in our studio. He's so funny. He loves to tweak. Do you have anyone in your life like that? They love to just kind of tweak and continually work on things, whether it's projects at home or projects at work. That is Blake for sure. All right, so I put a little bit of this up here. I have a rather large forehead. I'd be a great candidate for bangs, but bangs sometimes just bother me. So if you could fit 4 fingers for your forehead, you've got a little large forehead, and you could also do this. Some people have like a 2 head, a 3 head. I've definitely got a 4 head. So what I do is I put it around the hairline. It just makes my forehead look a little bit thinner and makes it look like it's starting to turn back a little bit. And I also am contouring a little bit on the sides of my nose, and this will help slim down my nose as well. You could do it under here if you have, if you wanted to kind of slim your chin down, get rid of a little bit of what might be like a double chin. And as I said, that's a deeper shade, so I used very little and I just kind of blended it out, and it just added that dimension. You don't see big brown lines or spots on me anymore. All right, so let's put that one away. And now I am going to go in with a cream blush. I love these all-in-one color sticks. They last for 10 hours. They can be used on your lips, your cheeks, your eyelids. I love also that on the other end, there's a little blending bud. This is what I do if I am like super minimalist, maybe don't have any makeup on, maybe just a little bit of mascara, but I look myself in the mirror and maybe I'm meeting up with somebody, I put a little bit of this on and it just pulls things together. You can put it on blank skin, you know, just bare skin. It's just going to add a nice little glow. You could put it on top of any of the foundations, liquid creams, powders, anything like that that go really, really well. This, however, is the deepest shade. It's called Fresh Orchid. So just like that deep contouring shade that I just wore, a little goes a long way. You can use your finger just like this and kind of pop it on. I personally love to use my finger to blend this product, as the warmth from my finger just really helps meld it into your skin. You can just apply it directly and blend it with that sponge on the bottom or with that kabuki brush that you saw or with a blending bud. But what I love about this is if you are someone who likes to have more of a matte foundation look. Maybe you're someone who has a lot of texture, pores, fine lines, or if you just like a matte foundation look in general, but you do like a little bit of that youthfulness that people who have more dewy foundation have, by using just this, you could have matte makeup everywhere else, but by using more of a dewy, creamy blush, it's really going to add that nice youthful look to your skin. So I'm just going in and patting it on. And like I said, this is the shade Fresh Orchid. This is my favorite. This is my Disney Princess. It's a really nice, cool toned color. To me, it's perfect as we go into spring and summer. It lasts super long, so I can wear it even at the beach. I don't have to worry about sweat or anything like that. This is the one that I wear when I'm teaching all of my little sweet babies and toddlers, as I just feel like it gives me, I don't know, this cheery, youthful, sweet kind of glow. Hi, Rachel. How are you doing? Thank you so much for the hashtag hello. Lovely. Great to see you. Hi, Chantal. Thank you so much. And I'm just taking whatever was left a little bit on the sides of my forehead. But like I said, that color is called Fresh Orchid, and I might just do it on my lips as well. Let's just go for it. So when it goes on your lips, it feels creamy like a traditional lipstick, but once it sets, you don't feel like there's anything there because it has that long-lasting wear. It almost finishes like a lip stain. So I love this product. I just love that it's, you know, like 3-in-1. You can really just kind of keep it in your purse and throw it on your cheeks, your lips, your eyelids when you suddenly feel like you look like a vampire. Rachel says, I've been wearing them when I am just having mascara day. Exactly, Rachel. They're so good. They're just perfect for that, whether you're adding them on top of full glam makeup or like Rachel said, just having a mascara day, you can add a little bit and bada bing, bada boom, a really natural look, but you get to kind of play with the placement of the color. All right, I do know that Blake's gonna be checking in on me soon, so let's finish this. My eyebrows are magnets for foundation. Sometimes I fill them in and sometimes I don't, but no matter what, I always have to brush product out of them. They are crazy thick. My daughter was just asking me the other day, she's like, Mom, why are your eyebrows so big? And I was like, well, baby girl, it's the way I was born, and you may end up having big, thick eyebrows too. Before this, I wanna just do a light mist of my Prime and Set mist. Super, super light. This is going to lock that makeup in place. This is great if you are going for that dewy look. It will finish however your makeup is. If your underneath makeup is matte, it will finish matte. If your underneath makeup is dewy, it'll finish dewy. If you want to 100% have a matte look to your face, really, really long lasting, however, I would recommend my Prime and Set powder. I am going to use this under my eyes and on my pores. I personally like to make sure that those areas are matte so they don't reflect light. When texture reflects light, your puffiness of your under eyes, texture like pores, scarring, people see it more. So if you just have a few areas that you don't necessarily love that texture, you can just put this in those areas. You don't have to mattify your entire face. So I'm going to shake it up and apply it just in those problem areas. But yeah, she was asking me, she's like, why do you have such big eyebrows? I said, baby girl, it's how I was made. That it is what it is. I am going to put a little bit right there on that upper eyelid. I have hooded eyes, and sometimes my hooded eyes don't love concealer. So I just like to lock it there. And now what I'm going to do is apply it right there underneath that, where that puffiness of my physical under eye is. And then I'm just going to apply it right there where I have my biggest pores. Everywhere else, I'm happy to have that dewiness. But you can even see, you could see the light reflecting there. And this Prime and Set powder is going to just nullify that shine, lock the makeup in place, and really adds a beautiful filter. I have a lot of friends who actually wear this blurring powder by itself. Like they'll put on their skincare and then they'll put on this blurring powder and it just blurs it without adding any extra color or layers. Sometimes I add a little bit here if I think I'm going to be sweaty. Sometimes I add a little on my chin. But this product, the Prime and Set powder, also on sale. So all of the base face products that you're seeing me wear, the primer, the setting products, the foundation, the concealer, the blush, and the all-in-one color sticks, they're all on sale only in March, however. So if you want to try something out, get a new shade for the new season coming on up, please let me know, especially if you need a color match. The 3 foundation options are my BB cream that has the SPF built inside, the serum foundation that you just saw me wear today, as well as my pressed powder foundation. I feel like everyone can benefit with all 3 of them. It just really comes down to your type and your taste of makeup styles. If you have questions, send me a message. That's what I'm here for. And I appreciate you so incredibly much for tuning into this Minute with Mary. Rachel says, have you gotten to watch the Eras Tour on Disney Plus yet? I got to watch some of it. It's just, St. Patrick's Day weekend, now I know for my daughter, is insanity. It's like busier than Christmas Eve and Christmas Day. So I need to carve out some time to hang out with Taylor Swift and on Disney Plus because I definitely want to watch it. All right. Take care, my friends. Have a great